What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to MemeGC. We are jumping right into it this week because we've explained the team last week, so if you missed last week's episode, that'll be up in the iCard above. But we are using our Orbital team here, and this opposing team looks pretty interesting. Now, what do we want to do about this team is the question, right? Flapple doesn't look super great, unfortunately. What do we want to do? The Orbital might be okay here. I'm kind of iffy on Orbital even. Let's try Orbital Melodic. I'm scared of the Colossal. That's the big thing that I'm worried about. I'll bring in Cineroar here as a backup, and then Togekiss. Or do I want Dragapult? I think I want Kiss here. Yeah, let's go with that. But yeah, welcome, and make sure to leave a like on the video if you are excited about seeing G-Max Orbital again with some Flapple and Melodic action. It's gonna be great. So make sure to leave that, and make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know what you would like to see in MemeGC once the DLC is out. So I would love to know what you would like to see. So we do see, okay, so we see Togekiss and Ice Cube. Okay, so we see Weakness Policy Togekiss and the Citrus Berry on the Ice Cube. So this is a G-Max Gravitas and Hypnosis turn if I've ever seen one. Yeah, I think that's our best bet here. I don't think my opponent's gonna Dynamax here. I see this being a follow me belly drum type of thing. But as long as we don't pop the Ice Face for now, I think we'll be all right. Because if we pop that Ice Face, then this thing's gonna be super fast, and I don't want to deal with that. So let's go ahead and set up the Gravity. So we are gonna go first, so no redirection, which could be bad, depending. We'll just have to see what my opponent goes for. Togekiss fell, and there's the Belly Drum on Ice Cube. Okay. So yeah, this thing's dangerous. This thing's very dangerous. And it's probably gonna Dynamax here on this next turn. And then we just see an Air Slash. So that is going to activate our Weakness Policy. So that's not terrible, I guess. And we're gonna go ahead and put this to sleep. Sweet. Now this next turn, I think it's best to go for a Max Guard because I have a feeling it's coming into the Orbital. And then we're going to Hypnosis the Ice Cube. I think that's our best play here because I don't want to take a massive, you know, yeah, obvious Dynamax is obvious. So we're gonna see either a Max Hailstorm or a Max, whatever the water move is, into the Orbital, I'm assuming. And so I don't want to deal with that. So I think this is a pretty safe Max Guard here. And then we can start going for damage. Yeah, so we'll fire off another Gravitas and like a Muddy Water or a Ice Beam or something like that. But Hailstorm into the Max Guard, perfect. So that is absolutely fantastic for us. And we're gonna go ahead and put the Ice Cube to sleep too. So great start. We're off to a great start in this match. I'm happy with this. So now we can go for a Gravitas here and hit the Ice Cube, and we're gonna go for Muddy Water. We don't want to activate the Weakness Policy of the Togekiss if we can avoid it. I'm hoping it'll stay asleep for at least one more turn. We'll just have to see. Ice Cube doesn't quite go down. There's the sleep, very good. Togekiss wakes up, not good. Okay, that's fine, actually. We're good. And then Muddy Water. Is this enough to take out Ice Cube? It is, very good. All right, so that's a great beginning to this match, I would say. We've got Togekiss down decently low. We don't get the accuracy drop, but that's okay. I think we can deal with that. That's fine. And what do you go into now? Dragapult. Okay, okay. This could be an issue. Just it being as fast as it is, this kind of spells the end for Orbeetle. But I think that's okay. So we'll go ahead and Psychic here into the Togekiss. And Hypnosis into the Dragapult. Yeah. There might be a Protect come out here on either side. But I think this is okay. Neither of these are really big Protect users. Dragapult U-turns. Okay. That's a good play. But whatever my opponent wants to go into is gonna take a Hypnosis. And I think that's okay. Mimikyu? Yes, I would love for that to be asleep. Togekiss goes for its own yawn. Okay. But not before we put Mimikyu to sleep. So that's not all bad. So Mimikyu's now asleep, which is good. And we can go our own Togekiss here. Yeah, this is fine, actually. We can go into our own Togekiss. And what do we want to do? I think we just Gleam and switch out into Incineroar. And that way the yawn gets reset. So I'm fine with that. And so we're gonna go ahead and start intimidating the Mimikyu down, which is very good. And I'm assuming the Dragapult is also physical, and Incineroar is gonna be very nice for the for that as well. So I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. This will go ahead and bust the Disguise. It'll do a decent amount to the Togekiss. Doesn't quite take it out though, but I didn't really expect to take it out. And we see another yawn. Okay. If anything's gonna sleep, I guess it should be my Togekiss. And we could go ahead and take that out here with another Dazzling Gleam. Actually, we could just fake this out this turn. Yeah, so let's see. Let's actually swap and fake out into the Togekiss. Although my opponent could just switch into Dragapult if that happens. Actually, yeah, I know what we'll do. Go Milotic. And Parting Shot Mimikyu so that it's super low. No, we'll fake out Togekiss. I need to take this Togekiss out. Just the yawn is gonna get really problematic, and I really need to take this. This Mimikyu is gonna be an issue. Okay, so we're sitting here, no sleeps. All right, what do we do now? I think we Muddy Water here. And we Darkest Lariat. We're gonna Darkest Lariat the Togekiss in, well, who's faster? Who's faster, actually? I don't know which one of these is faster. Let's see, 90, 82. Actually, that's fine, that's good. So we'll Darkest Lariat into the Togekiss if for some reason it doesn't take it out. But that's fine. So, man, Mimikyu's getting a long sleep, which is very good. As hits us with that. Muddy Water is going to hit both of them. This should take out the Togekiss, I would think. It does. Very good. We get the accuracy drop. That's fantastic as well, because Play Rough is going to be its main mode of attack. And now it flinched. That's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Okay. I kind of like preserving the Intimidate here. So I'm gonna Ice Beam into the Dragapult here, because now and then we can swap out into Togekiss. I don't think this is that bad. I'm doing a lot of switching, and it's been a kind of a passive game, but that's really what the beauty of this team is, as far as like spreading sleep around, is it allows you to get to play a little bit more defensively. But this allows me to switch back out and preserve the Intimidate, and my opponent left. Well, yeah, that was a good match though. I mean, that was a great first match. But yeah, my opponent was just in a position where Mimikyu was getting so low on attack power. It stayed asleep for just far too many turns for it to be able to really be super useful. So it's unfortunate, but great game though. I'm really happy with that. So we'll see in just a second for game 2. All right, we are back with game 2, and in case anyone's wondering, no, I did not get a win for that last game because the person left. So yeah, this is getting very much out of control, but Flapple, I like Flapple in this game, actually. Yeah, we're leading Orbital Flapple here. No second thoughts about that. The only bad lead, really, is Togekiss. Any other lead, and we're fine. So, I'm good with that. Then in the back, what do we want in the back? The Gastro gets dealt with by that. Dragapult doesn't seem like it's the best necessarily. I like Togekiss though. Yeah, Togekiss seems good. And I guess Incineroar. Incineroar is really not that great here either. I guess we'll go Milotic. Yeah, I'm not as confident on this one, but we'll see. I definitely want I definitely want my little Apple Boy to shine this game though. At least one of these 3 games. I want Flapple to do well. Because he's just such a good boy. And in Gravity, gosh, it becomes an absolute monster in Gravity. Tyranitar Dusclops, oh, that's perfect. Well, maybe. Okay, it's AV, which is good to know. Okay, so we've got 2 options. We can either deny the Trick Room with the Imprison and then probably lose Orbeetle to a Rock-type move. Or we can go for the Grav Apple and knock out the Tyranitar turn 1. I think I have to allow the Trick Room on this one, unfortunately. I think that's my only play. And if my opponent goes for a Ally Switch here, we're in big trouble. Ally Switch Rock Slide is the worst thing that could happen here. And I really think my opponent's going to want to get up the Trick Room more than that. But if that's what my opponent goes for, we're in a rough position for sure. So let's see. Please do not go for Ally Switch. Okay, no Ally Switch. So my opponent did opt to just go for the Trick Room, which we're gonna just have to allow it because otherwise I think we lose our Orbeetle turn 1, and I don't want to do that. So we are gonna get the Grav Apple off. This might just Oko. Yep, that's a dead Tyranitar. I'm telling you, this thing is insane, and it's insane. So the Trick Room is going to go up, but I mean, Dusclops I'm not that worried about, and nothing else on his team was like the worst thing in the world, so I think we'll be okay. I think we're going to be okay, even if we allow the Trick Room. I think it's okay. Togekiss. Okay. This is the one thing that I do not deem okay. But we'll go for a Gravitas into the Togekiss. And I want to protect... Yeah, I want to protect Flapple, because I'm expecting like a Starfall into that, possibly. And we could have switched, but... I mean, it's either this or Milotic. And I don't think I necessarily want Milotic taking that much damage. Yeah, this is going to be Togekiss is definitely going to be a tough one to deal with. Alternatively, I could have just switched into Milotic just to go for the Will-O-Wisp into the Flapple. Okay, so good protect then. As we see Max Flare, can we live this? Oh, easily. So that's going to give us a weakness policy boost. And so this Gravitas is going to do a lot of damage now. Yeah, this is going to be a problem for my opponent, I would say. So how much does a +2 gravitas do to a Togekiss? Oh my gosh, that does nothing. Holy cow, that does 0. Okay, so we're gonna go for it again into the Togekiss, and we're gonna switch out into Milotic. Yeah, we'll go out into that. I do want to preserve it, and it getting burned is not going to be the best thing in the world. We see the Nightshade. That hurts. And the Starfall, is that into the Milotic slot? It is. Okay. So that's not a terrible turn either. It's not a terrible turn. We can deal with this. But yeah, I'm not worried about my opponent going for a max flying move just because of the Trick Room. So my opponent's trying to stay slow, and that's the whole point, right? So we have one more turn of gravity here. So Orbeetle still has its weakness policy. I don't think it's super useful anymore, but I'm gonna go for the Dusclops here, and I'm gonna fire a Hypnosis. Well, would Ice Beam take it out? I kind of doubt it. I want to just put it to sleep. Yeah. Nightshade into Milotic. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and not, because of the terrain, it's off the ground. Why does it count? Okay, well, that was a mistake on my part. Yeah, that terrain is good for my opponent. Orbeetle's gonna go down. Yeah, forgetting about terrain. Not a good move. But we have one more turn of Trick Room, right? How much does Grab Apple do still in gravity? Well, I don't think we still have gravity, do we? This is a tough one, because Togekiss really doesn't do a whole lot here either. We'll go into it. We'll try it. We'll try it. Yeah, this match is concerning me a little bit. So we should lose Gravity and Trick Room here, right? No, we don't lose either. Okay, one turn of each. So where he just raised speed, our Togekiss should be slower than aka faster. So let's go for... Let's actually Helping Hand just to make sure this goes down, and Ice Beam into Togekiss. I guess I could have... Well, no, because the sun is up, so I don't want to go for Muddy Water. That wouldn't have knocked it out. We do see the Shadow Sneak, which is fine. And we're going to go ahead and knock out this Togekiss. So, okay, cool. And so now the Trick Room goes away, which is going to be good, I think. This might work out. I think it depends on what my opponent has in the back. We knocked out T-Tar, we knocked out Togekiss. What is the final one? Gastro. Okay, so we kept Flapple around, so this should be okay. So we still can't go for... We still can't go for anything crazy as far as like water moves because of this, but we're gonna double into it. Yeah, because Gastro really can't touch Milotic all that much, I don't think. But we're gonna try to flinch it. That's basically all we can do. That's decent damage. Not gonna lie, that is decent damage. We do half to it, which is pretty good. Earth Power onto Milotic. That's fine, just don't get the special defense drop, thank you. And so my opponent's doubling down into the Milotic, and we are gonna survive. No more Sun, which is good. And we could actually go for a recover here, in all honesty. Yeah, we're gonna Air Slash into the Gastro and get off a recover, because I actually want Milotic to stick around. But I don't think my opponent has a win condition here. I don't think my opponent can do enough. Please don't leave. So Shadow Sneak, will it do 24? It does. Dang. That's unfortunate. But I don't think it's the end of the world. Not quite enough. And we do see the muddy water, but it missed. That could be important, just depending. So here's the thing, right? We have to hit a grab apple. We have to hit a grab apple here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually Dazzling Gleam and Protect here, just to get some damage off on the Dusclops and go ahead and knock out the Gastro, and I don't want to get burned. So I just need the free damage as much as I can. Very good. Very good. And Nightshade into the Protect. All right, yeah, so we've pretty much... This game's pretty much locked up, I would say. So now we're just going to Air Slash. Whoop, nope, not Protect again. Grab Apple into Dusclops. And that should seal up the game here. GG to my opponent, though. That was a good game, too. Going for the sneak. I see you. See, this is a man of culture. This opponent is a man of culture, not leaving. All right, so we get through the hustle, and that should knock it straight out. So GG to my opponent. Very good game. We should actually get a win for that one. Hopefully. This is, what, 3 wins in the past 2 episodes that just haven't counted? But that one did. So we're good. We're good. It's fine. So let's go ahead and jump into match 3. I'll see you in just a second. All right, match number 3, final one of the day, as we've got a very cool team here. How does Flapple look here? Not the best. I'll be honest, Flapple does not look the best here, though Milotic does. How does Orbeetle look? Orbeetle's got some problems, but I think we can deal with them. So we're gonna bring Orbeetle and Milotic. I don't think the Dragapult and Togekiss lead is gonna be all that great in this match. Just in this set, I don't think it's been that good. Do I want Incineroar here? Excadrill beats it. Arcanine can beat it. I think we bring Dragapult here, although it's kind of beaten by a lot of things too. This team seems like a problem for me, I would say. We're gonna go for Togekiss. I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure. Let's go Incineroar just for the Intimidate and the Parting Shot, and we can always swap out if we need to. That may have been better to have Dragapult there, but I don't know. This seems like a tough matchup. This seems like a tough matchup for sure. But we'll try it. We're gonna try it. But Orbeetle has been putting in some work this game for sure, and I'm super excited about it. Dragapult Sylveon. Okay, so this looks like quick attack strats. And so basically what it is the, yeah, weakness policy, throat spray. So basically what happens in these is the Sylveon goes for quick attack on the Dragapult, activating its weakness policy, and then it just like mows everything down. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is the dumbest play I could possibly make, but it's a play I should have made in the last game. Or not last game, but last episode. I'm gonna max guard because I know it's coming for that. And I'm gonna raw Hypnosis. No gravity. We're gonna raw Hypnosis this. We do see the Dynamax that is going to be for the Dragapult. So, can we hit a raw Hypnosis? That is the question. Because we're gonna see that max right here. We're gonna see a quick attack off the Sylveon, and I'm assuming we're gonna see a Phantasm into the Orbeetle. If we miss this Hypnosis, I think we lose. So our chances of winning this game are down to a 60% chance, but it's what we've got. It's kind of what we've got against this kind of a strat. So, Milotic, I need you to come through here. I really need you to come through and do the impossible. There's the max guard, because I'm expecting a, ooh, so no quick attack, but we do see the Phantasm. Hyper Voice, Hits the max guard, and Milotic can take it. That's okay. Shoot, that still does good damage. There's the throat spray. Can we hit a raw hypnosis? We can! And the Dragapult's going to sleep. So yeah, that's funny. That's really funny. That's kind of a, I mean, I'll be honest, that's a BS turn. I would be mad if I was my opponent, but yeah. So now we're gonna go for, what do we want to do here? We're gonna go for Gravitas on the Pult. Although it has one, this is its guaranteed turn to sleep, and we're gonna Hypnosis the Sylveon as well. And we're gonna try to go ahead and start wearing that Dragapult down. We'll start going for Ice Beams on it next turn. Yeah, so we just need to get some damage off, which that's okay damage, I guess. But without its weakness policy, we might actually be able to take a raw Phantasm. We'll just have to see. Ooh, that does so much damage. You need to go to sleep. You need to go to sleep, because you are becoming a problem. Thank you. So, yeah, and it's rough when the game comes down to whether or not you can hit a 60% accurate move. But we're going to go ahead and try to take out this Dragapult here, because otherwise it can wake up this turn. It does not. Okay. Yeah, if it woke up this turn, we still weren't in the clear. But this should help. I don't know if this will quite take it out. This one seems like one of the bulkier variants, which, I mean, it's meant to take a Pixelate Quick Attack. Nope, it goes down. So we completely wasted our opponent's Dynamax there, which is absolutely fantastic. And we really were able to make an amazing use of ours. So I am very happy with that, with the beginning of that match anyway. And so what does my opponent want to go into? We do have one more turn of Dynamax. Or no, that's it. One more turn of Gravity, rather. And what is your play here? Togekiss. Of course it is. Of course it is. We need to put that to sleep, like, immediately. It can't Dynamax and set up a terrain or anything. We could also switch out into our own Togekiss, which I don't hate, honestly, because Orbital still has its weakness policy intact. It could still do something. But we're clicking Hypnosis on the Togekiss. I'm expecting a yawn, honestly, but I need to go ahead and put this to sleep too, while we still have the gravity up. And it does target into that slot. That does a lot of damage. And the Sylveon is still asleep. Very good. And we're gonna get a Hypnosis off here, which is fantastic. So both opponents asleep. And so now I think we're gonna go for Helping Hand Muddy Water, just to try to get off the possible accuracy drops here. Yeah, Helping Hand, Muddy Water. And this should be pretty decent, I would say. But both opponents asleep. This is pretty nice, I would say. I like this team, man. This is such a good team. And I love getting to mess around with it. Sylveon wakes up, which is not the best, but it's okay. We live, and we get off the Helping Hand Muddy Water here. As that does okay damage, I would say, but we don't quite get the... Okay, so this game seems like we might not win, actually, now. Because this Sylveon, I don't know if we have a way to get rid of it. Yeah, this Sylveon's going to be a big issue, I would say. So, I've got to go for Air Slash here on Sylveon. I just kind of have to. And I'm going to try to get a Recover off. I guess try to get a Recover off with Milotic. Is that the play, or do I double down into the Sylveon? Or I could Ice Beam the Togekiss. I'm going to try to get a Recover off. Try to get a flinch on the Sylveon. Oh, Togekiss woke up anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's going to get the double knockout. That's not great. Yeah, flinch didn't matter. Gravity returns to normal. We get Orbeetle and Incineroar. this could be a rough end game. That is one thing about this team, is that it does really well in the early game, and it struggles in the end game for sure. Scope lens, so it's crit kiss. And of course the Sylveon has already used its throat spray. We do get a fake out here, which I'm going to use on the Sylveon, like all day, every day. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use it on that. Because we can't take a Hyper Voice. That's just not something I want to do. And we can't quite take out Togekiss. Even though we crit it, we do get the special D drop, but that's not really going to help. And he just opts for Dazzling Gleam, which I think is okay. But we're going to go for Psychic into Togekiss and Flare Blitz into Sylveon. We might be able to get a double KO here. No Protect. Okay. Togekiss goes down. Can we get the Sylveon too? No, Sylveon's too fast. No! Incineroar live. Incineroar lived. It's a 1v1 between Incineroar and whatever my opponent's last mon is. And I don't know if that's gonna go okay. Can we put ourselves in berry range though? That's the question. Yes, we put ourselves in berry range with our Flare Blitz. Let's go. Okay, so we get a lot of health back. What is my opponent's last mon? It all comes down to this. Drill. No, we're not gonna win. We're not gonna win. That's it. We're done. We're done. Oh man, that was close though. That was a close match. But I don't believe we're gonna be able to make it. Yeah, high horsepower, that's gonna kill us for sure. Oh man, close match 3 though. But GG to my opponent. Really cool game. That last game was hype. It was Life Orb too, so if we could have gotten a hit off, we could have OHKO'd it, but that's okay. That's still a good game 3. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of MemeGC, and I hope you guys enjoyed the final MemeGC before we go to DLC. So I'm excited about the new doubles opportunities that are coming with all of the new Pokemon. And down in the comments below, rather, let me know what your favorite Pokemon, or rather, what you would like to see in VGC, what you think is going to be really good in VGC of the returning mons. We have the return of Double Duck, just no Z moves, unfortunately. So that could be a thing. Politoed, I think, is going to be interesting. So I'd love to discuss that with you down in the comment section below. So we'll see you next time. Be safe out there. Bye-bye.